Bruce's Big Call Dinar Intel Tuesday night, May 28, 24. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Welcome everyone to the Big Call. It is Tuesday night, May 28th, and you are listening to the post-Memorial Weekend Big Call, and tonight is a little bit different. It's going to be myself and Bob, as Bruce is in the middle of a new healing journey. So we're going to be doing a special prayer for Bruce, but we know that he's already moving into a new healing space. And we're going to keep focused on that. And we're going to take it forward by beginning with an opening prayer. Okay, so I know this is one of the favorite parts of the call, and it's going to be. I want to frame this to unclutter and make clear and make profound and possible what this intel is pointing to. The sum of the start with this, I think it would be wise. If you're listening to this call to take everything that you know, there's a lot to filter through in this adventure. And one of the problems that I've seen, Bob, is that people are clouded, distracted, and then a lot of contradictory doubt. Why am I saying that? Because I watch people, and in some ways this is a really good strategy. They're making sure they're getting different perspective. That's a very good thing, because not one person is going to have all the information. The only problem with that approach, it's not really a problem but just something you have to be aware of. You'll hear maybe something coming from us, and then you'll hear something like it's not going to happen until July. But here's what I want you to practice, possibly try this on as a possible practice, that there are two things that are going on. We are very fortunate to have people that are very much boots on the ground and at the forefront of this intelligence. In other words, they're living. They're, redemption center heads. They're people that are in very high-level leadership. There are people that I can't even say what they are. Very, very unusual, high-level information is given to us. The only thing is, please remember, this really gets us. We are in a covert war, and just like Bob was talking about, one team was doing this, and the other team is, one team is X's and the other team is O's. There's stuff going on in the background. I mean, the time I said to Bruce, oh, what I wouldn't give to be in the the war room of this and see like the decisions and the decision matrix they're having to make. What kind of technology you're helping them with that decision, all of this. Please get that really, really clear in your head, that, unless you're part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And so I think it would be great if we could all roll out this intel, which is very short, if you can commit to put your attention, to put your energy behind the intel and hold it. Don't go into doubt, and don't let your mind go into, well, what if it doesn't happen? I mean, you've got to have a strategy for dealing with your life. Lord knows we all do. But hold the intention to see the 800s now. If you do that, we do that as community. May have heard it 1,000 times. I certainly remember thinking that, like 7 years ago. But the reality is, our focus and our consciousness in Christ is incredibly powerful. And when you go back and forth with doubt, reading all these different things, notice how your body feels. What is it going to hurt you to hold on to the intel? Hold it, see it now, declare now, and put that energy behind all the people. The weight has the alliance, the people that are doing this. What is it going to help? Hold the strength of positive energy for this conclusion. It's up to you to do that. I'm going to ask you to do that because I'm surprised with people and how they go if it happens or if it doesn't. You can't do that. You have to hold a clear intention and hold it whether it happens or not. You hold it. That is the best, most mighty thing you could do to help this effort. Incredibly powerful, and your consciousness is powerful. So I'm going to ask you to do that. Next thing. We are in a covert war of this, never been on this planet before, and not everybody can see it. When you hold that intention to be that kind of a strong being in Christ, you're doing a tremendous effort to support the conclusion, and that is coming from getting to talk to number one guy, getting to discuss what we were going to bring to the call. So here's your intel. Number one, we got a call from one of the, I was coached on how to phrase the one I'm going to call the old and biggest guards of this event. That's how I'm going to say it. I got a call from his guy, and he said, I am going to do it from least important to which I know you want to hear. He said the cleanup that is happening on this planet is not to be believed. In other words, try to imagine that, figuring out what to do with your life. In the meantime, get excited about the fact that while we're waiting around the corner, mowing down the weeds and taking up the bark, and getting that all cleared out so we have a fresh, clean field to play on. That is ahead of schedule and going better than they thought, and this we're getting from people that are actually ahead of it, and part of it is very, very cool. So this guy stressed that and said that that was going very well. And then he told our guy, this was midday today, that we could expect, this was midday. You're going to evening and midday, we're going to start midday. We could expect notifications tomorrow. And then go between tomorrow to, he said Saturday kind of like tomorrow to the weekend. So that was the first thing we got, expecting notifications starting tomorrow. And then exchange by maybe by Thursday, through the weekend, and then at 7:30 I got another call, with our number one person, and he said that. How am I going to frame this person? This person is very high up and is very strategic, and he said to look for it anytime starting tomorrow to June 4th, Tuesday. And that is coming from someone that is involved in a lot of the cleanup and what is going on in the background. And that's the part that I think I mean, I've been in this next, like literally Bruce's right shoulder person for 9.5 years. And I am very grateful for the opportunity to see and know the people who have come to know that are literally in the war for us. And this is what that person said. There is so much going on the background or making adjustments or maybe a tweak in a plan, etc. This isn't people hearing about it at a distance. These are people that are like shoulder to shoulder with us. There's no information getting lost in the translation. I want that to be really strong. You got to understand that in a war or in a game like Bob was talking about it, it's always in a state of flux. You can't have these, it's like okay, we're going to do this and then we get off. It's not like riding a train. It's not like that, and many things that are going on. So the best thing you can do to help you, and help the community, just hold the mind. It's time that the 800 numbers are coming, use that, expect that. Don't watch the people that keep pushing it out, which is their brain defending against this disappointment. That's the brain defending against disappointment, protecting itself, doesn't get disappointed. That's not an actual reality most of the cases. Other people that are making assumptions and throwing out biases trying to protect people they don't get disappointed. Home is sooner than we thought. You would be doing an immense disservice that this planet, lost in the expectation that it's going to be sooner. Even if you've never seen that expectation happen, you will be magnifying that expectation. So, just to wrap up, we're expecting notifications anytime, tomorrow. One person said until Saturday, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday. The other person said like later in the day, maybe Tuesday. I'm going to energize, and I mean it's just like I am going to see light and 800 numbers over tomorrow. Saturday. That is going to be my practice. Anyone want to do it with me? You might want to do it. Here, y'all, I'll do it with you. That's what I'm going to do as my practice. I'm going to tell God, God's column, for those days, and I say, bring it down here. That's what we can all do. So let's wrap it up for tonight. And that's your call for tonight. Good night, mean everything that matters. Good night. Listen to the full version on the official DinarReport.com website and become our supporter on Patreon. Source: Dinar Recaps.